Hey everyone, today I want to give you an introduction to this vintage Schulmerich carillon system. This is a pre-digital Schulmerich carillon, so it would be referred to as electroacoustic or electromechanical. That means that although the sounds are ultimately amplified electronically, they originate as an acoustic sound created by a small rod of bronze which is struck, and the vibrations are amplified, in some cases modified in the circuitry that follows. So this particular instrument consists of 319 electroacoustic bells of 7 different types, and it's actually a reconstruction with components from several different systems, which I've been working on over the past year. I want to give you an overview of its features today. I won't demonstrate those features. I'll save that for a future video, but just want to sort of show you what it consists of, tell you about the different bell types and the different features that are part of it. So starting with this tall cabinet, I'll pan down so you can see it's actually about 6 feet tall. This cabinet is the main control cabinet, and it actually houses 2 octaves of bells up in the top section, but also has the controls and the amplifier for the rest of the system. So there's an amp, which is contained within. The top has switches for the bells, the system as a whole, and the tower speaker. There's also a swinging bell control, which you can swing or toll any of 5 bells that you can select. There is a clock, which will automatically start the system at pre-programmed times. There's something called weather bells, which allows you to give a weather forecast by certain pre-programmed pieces of music. There's Westminster chime and hour strike down here. And then finally, I'll have to pan this down. At the bottom of the cabinet, there's a role-playing system, which uses punched rolls, much like a player piano roll. So you can actually have that role player begin playing rolls by the clock, or you can start it manually. And the rolls hold about 5 or 6 selections generally each, and you can determine how many it will play. All right, so that's the main control cabinet, and as I say, there are 25 bells in the top there. Those smaller cabinets that you can see on the wall over there, those are what are called Flemish bells. Each of those cabinets has an octave's worth of the bells, and there's also a power supply. The tall cabinet with the plain front was originally an amplifier cabinet, but now houses 9 octaves of bells of varying types. There are harp, celesta, quadra, and minor tierce bells in there. There's also another cabinet on the wall just beyond Santa there. That has 25 chimes. And of course what you're looking at here is the edge of the console. I'm going to pull this over. I hopefully won't make too much of a noise at you. This is the console of the instrument. It is actually a Moeller pipe organ console. It has 2 manuals and 32 pedals, and about 50 stop tablets that can be used to bring on the various types of bells and combine them in different ways. There's also controls there for the volume of different sections of the carillon, as well as the speaker volumes and some other features that I'll show you when I do some more demonstrating. So that's the instrument. As I say, it's really put together with several different components. The chimes on the wall over there are from sometime in the 60s. I'm not sure when, but just judging by the type of electronics. The initial instrument, the 25 English bells in the tall cabinet and the 61 Flemish bells, are from a bank building, and they were installed originally in 1955. And then the harp, celesta, quadra, and minor tierce bells in that tall cabinet all date back to 1969. And something that's kind of interesting, with all of these bell tone generators, you will find an initial or a signature from the person who apparently tuned it and did the final work on it. So each one of the notes that are produced by this instrument is actually generated by kind of a handcrafted individual instrument. It's really quite an amazing piece of equipment. It's still kind of work in progress. I still have some voicing to do, and actually the Flemish bells, being from an entirely different era than the rest of the instrument, are not exactly in tune with the rest of it, so I'm going to have to look into possibly retuning those, which is going to be a huge job. But I'll tell you more about that later on. In a future video, I will also open up these cabinets so you can get an idea of what's inside. But just wanted to show you the instrument, let you know what you're hearing. Please view my other videos. I have some pieces of music already up and available. And don't forget to subscribe. And if there's anything that you would like to know about, any specific videos you'd like to see, please feel free to request them in the comment section. Thank you. Have a great day.